Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have these two teams, the Charming Charmeleons up against the Cyndaquils. This battle is just a battle for pride. The Charmeleons are already out of the playoffs for the season. They don't want to end up like two of our other teams who ended their season 1-5, so they're hoping for a win here. The Cyndaquils are already in the playoffs here. They're 4-1. If they go 4-2 or 5-1, it won't matter. They're just looking for a good seed position, I guess, is what they will be fighting for. So here we go, as you have no retreat from the Scrafty. Actually, a very good move in matches like this. That's going to raise every single stat. The only thing is it can't switch out, which rarely happens here in Metronome battles. So that is an excellent look coming from the Scrafty here. There goes a Zing Zap coming from Durant. And that is going to do a lot of damage with a critical hit. Scrafty stays above half its health, but it is very close. Great move by the Cyndaquils there. That Durant has been a powerhouse on their team. Now there goes the Noble Roar, and that's going to lower the attack, I believe, yes, it lowers attack and special attack of the Scrafty. So it won't be able to do as much damage against a steel type. That's not something you want to see. It already has high defenses. It already resists a lot of the moves you would use. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. Durant now going on the attack again. There goes an aromatic mist that fails. Scrafty gets a chance to return the favor, and it uses a double edge. Again, that's what I was talking about. The resisted moves barely does any damage at all to the Durant, and it will give itself recoil, putting it below half health here. Not what the Charmeleons want to see. Here we go. Now the Durant is going to use Trick Room. Interesting. That's actually going to swap it around and make the Scrafty go first instead of Durant. Don't know why they would want to do that. There goes a Rock Slide. Again, not going to do a lot of damage. Durant takes that with ease. And now we have the Scrafty trying to attack now that it's going first. Uses Close Combat. That's going to be a neutral move, and it does a lot of damage. It was neutral. Durant is part bug, so it wasn't super effective, but it is a stab move coming from that Scrafty. If it didn't have that lowered attack stat, you have to wonder if it would have taken it out. And Durant's going to plan to use Solar Blade. Not sure it's going to be alive in time to do that. We'll have to see, as Scrafty goes ahead and uses Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash going to do just a little bit of damage. Durant hangs on with just a thread, so it is able to use that Solar Blade. That's going to land doing, it took Scrafty out. Didn't expect it to do that much damage. Scrafty goes down as Durant has just a little bit of HP left. The first Pokemon down is on the Charming Charmeleons. So they send out their Raichu. The battle is still close as the Durant is only hanging on with a bit, but there goes the Crab Hammer. It is able to go first here. Oh my goodness, that Durant is very dangerous. Raichu took a huge hit, tries to use the Absorb here. That's going to be not very effective. Durant's still alive. They can't get rid of it. The Charmeleons are having a very, very bad battle here. This is not what they wanted to see in this matchup. And I guess we could see why the Cyndaquils are 4-1 and why the Charmeleons are 1-4. Raichu gonna go here, and it's gonna use Payday, throwing some money at you. That reminds you, if you want to support the channel, you can take a look at our merch. We have a lot of good things. You can support your favorite team, get some t-shirts or a mug even. There we go. The Durant finally goes down after that, and Grapple Lock's gonna come out for the Cyndaquils. Grapple Lock doesn't have a lot to overcome here, as Raichu's only at a quarter of its HP. Not a lot of health left. Raichu will go first though, and is going to use Venom Drench. That fails. Grapple Lock is not poison, so it gets the chance to attack, and it uses Horn Attack. And that Horn does it. Raichu couldn't handle it, and it goes down. That is it. The Charmeleons are already on their last Pokemon. This is a quick battle. Here comes Whimsicott. Whimsicott going to go first. It always gets to go first because I believe it has Prankster, so that's good. And there goes the Razor Leaf. Could crit. Not a crit, doing a little bit of damage to the Grapple Lock. Grapple Lock going to go ahead with the Supersonic. Now I believe the Cyndaquils are just playing around. They're going to confuse the Whimsicott. Not really necessary. You could just attack at this point. You have 2 Pokemon left, both almost at full health. They're looking pretty good, but they confuse it nonetheless. Whimsicott breaks through that confusion, able to attack, and then it's going to use a Pin Missile. That could possibly poison. There we go. We see it hit 3 times. Not very effective. Doesn't do anything. Grapple Lock. Gonna go ahead and go this time with a Roost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're playing around here. This is unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure what the consequences may be for the Cyndaquils, but we'll have to see what the judges say after this match. Here comes the Whimsicott now. Gonna try to attack again. There goes a low kick. That doing next to nothing, as Grapple Lock was already back up to his full HP after the Roost. Here comes a quick attack, and that does a little bit of damage to the Whimsicott. First bit of damage Whimsicott has taken. Cyndaquils using a very low base power move there. Just chipping away at the Whimsicott, trying to make the battle last as long as possible, I guess. But here comes another Solar Blade, this time from the Charmeleon side. Here's the thing, Cyndaquils might want to worry about this. That is a stab move coming from the Whimsicott, and they use Teleport, sending the Grapple Lock away, and they're going to go ahead and use their last Pokemon. Grapple Lock, of course, can come back out onto the field. And here comes the the Ferrothorn, which was a very good swap, and now that Solar Blade is going to be resisted. Regardless of it being a stab move, it's not going to do much against this Pokemon. There goes the Solar Blade. And there goes the hit, barely doing anything. Definitely not what the Charmeleons wanted to see. The Iron Barbs taking damage, or doing damage to the Whimsicott, I should say, as Ferrothorn goes ahead with a nasty plot. It's plotting something big. We'll have to see what it does after this. Gonna raise his special attack sharply. Maybe a fire type move. We'll have to see what happens in the future. The confusion is wears off of the Whimsicott here as it uses Aurora Veil. No Hail out, so that doesn't work. And there goes the Boomerang. Interesting. I don't think that's gonna do too much, hitting twice, but it does put Whimsicott below half its health. And here we go, Whimsicott able to go again with a Mega Kick this time. Of course, that's going to be resistant, and you will take damage from the Iron Barbs. Not what you want to do. The Charmeleons got to switch up their strategy here if they want to get past this Ferrothorn, and it doesn't look like they are. There goes the Arm Thrust. That's going to be resisted. Whimsicott is a Fairy type, in case you've forgotten, so that doesn't do much. No paralysis on that. So Whimsicott gets to try again. But again, the Cyndaquils are just chipping away at it, little by little. Here comes the Water Spout. That's going to be resisted as well. Gosh, does absolutely nothing. The Charmeleons try and try and try, and they're not able to do anything here. There goes the Power Trip. And that does just a little bit of damage. Again, chip, chip, chip away. They're hammering at it until it's just all gone. Whimsicott getting closer to that danger zone. And here it goes with the Entrainment. Interesting. The Entrainment's going to get rid of Iron Barbs. They probably should have done that earlier in the battle. So now it has Infiltrator. I was wrong. I thought it had Prankster, but it has Infiltrator instead. So Whimsicott's just faster. But getting rid of the Iron Barbs earlier would have worked. But now it can use Thunderfang without worrying. However, Thunderfang is not very effective. They've really got to choose their moves wisely. Fire Fang would have been great. There goes the Swagger coming from the Ferrothorn. That's going to raise that attack stat. And Whimsicott confused again. Second time this battle that it's been confused. Not a good look at all. Charmeleon struggling hard here. It actually hits itself and it knocks itself out after that Swagger. Cyndaquils will move up to be 5-1. They are in the playoffs. First in their division. There will be 5-1 there, and of course it didn't really matter to the Charmeleons. They were already out, so they won't be in the playoffs next time. And then the next battle will be the last battle of the season. We'll get to see the final standings, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We'll check out the final standings to see who is going to be on top.